going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for May Day, May 1st, 2024. I'm astrologer Brian Scarborough, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy hump day, happy May Day, all that good stuff. Happy Pluto retrograde eve. Pluto does go retrograde tomorrow. And yeah, Wednesday. Hey, we get the third quarter square of the moon and the sun as it is waning towards a new moon in Taurus. So again, more of this big disconnection, if you will, from sort of our future self and present self as we're looking at Venus making its final intense square today as well to Pluto, and then starting to separate and close in on the conjunction with the sun, which will be the superior conjunction, not a Kazemi. So there's just this big sort of like feeling, I don't know, a little bit disconnected from the physical, a little bit disconnected from reality, because I think we're trying to integrate a lot of our future self into the mix right now, and that can feel odd or weird, a little out there. So we're trying to like sift through the aloofness of our own sort of self-realization at the moment, and connect our values and what's going forward in life right now. But it can definitely feel like there's traction moving forward. Like we talked about yesterday, we have Mars separating from the Neptune conjunction in its home sign of Aries. So I think there's a lot of things that can really like pop off right now. It's just we have to almost like accept closure. And I think that's the hard part with a Venus square Pluto at the same time, is like wanting to kind of hold on and think that we can integrate everything from the now into where things are going. And it's just not the case. We have to be willing to let go of things, and that can feel extremely difficult right now. If anything, a moon in Aquarius, could be a helpful factor to that. It could, want to let go of things, not be so attached. So we're at this weird attached, non-attached stage of like where things are going right now. So there's just certain things that are like starting to fade, and new things starting to really kick off. And I think we want to be really open to the possibilities, and not try and hold on too tightly to something that's not working. It's almost like trying to fix something and it just won't fix. It's not getting better. We're getting the same results, still broken, if you will. Sometimes we got to cut losses in life and like try working on something new. And today might present an opportunity where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to really start to look at how I could do this differently, because I'm not, maybe getting the results I want. I'm overly connected to a certain way that a scenario has to work out. So I think it's a good day to try a different approach maybe to things. I think you can get a lot of value out of today by staying, you know, just keeping emotionally distant, if you will, and not being too overly attached or needing some outcome to be perfect. Especially, again, I'm going to say it over and over again, especially right now with these transits, relationships with people, expectations of people are not, like, having them are just not going to get us very far. If people show up and they meet or exceed expectations, hell yeah, outstanding. But to have some kind of like big high bar set for how people are supposed to, you know, be in life right now, good luck. With people meeting those, it could just set you up for frustration. And Mars and Aries can get hot-headed real quick. We can get fired up, and anger can rise prematurely when it doesn't even need to. So again, we're looking at a south node ruled by Venus in Libra, square Pluto. We're looking at a moon in Aquarius, square the sun in Taurus. This is people versus the self in many ways. And we don't want to get so, lost in the other and needing something to be met through another, that we're not taking care of our own needs and, forging and building a future here for ourselves. So today's a good look at that. We're also seeing the moon making really good aspects to the Aries energy with sextiles to the north node, a trine to the south node, sextiles to Mercury, and sextiles to Chiron. Before, early tomorrow morning, it makes a big square to Jupiter and Uranus. So we're not really going to touch on that too much today, but a great day to express our vision, our ideals, our ways right now, to express our individuality, our truth. These things are very good. It's just good to be open and honest right now. There's a lot of healing with Mercury and Chiron coming together, and Mercury coming to that 19th degree of Aries, that sun dignification degree, as well as a solar eclipse degree, where, really being forthright and upfront with our, disposition on life and on ourselves and on things that we want can go a long way. And as Pluto's getting ready to go retrograde tomorrow afternoon, well, it's kind of, we can almost feel like it's, I don't know, it's a good, like, very deep internal snapshot moment here to, like, find what's working and integrate that into the future. And the things that are not working, we don't have to integrate those anymore. In fact, we can go back and restructure, as Pluto's going to come back into Capricorn for the final time in our lives. So it's okay if we don't have the future completely figured out. We don't need to. We're going to get to restructure these things and, like, tidy up some loose ends over the rest of this year. We need to be okay with that and not be, so ready to just jump into this completely new manifestation of the world or of our own personal lives. There's still a patience that needs to be had, and I think represented in our actions in our day-to-day, while still being, upfront with ourselves and others in the moment, and still trying to do the best thing we can by making the best decisions that we can every day. And I appreciate all the wishes for Sterling. He's definitely still sick, but he's definitely doing better because he was willing to go into his, room and watch some, like, YouTube for a little bit while I did this, where yesterday he was attached to my hip, and he still is today, but I know he's getting back to himself because he really just wants to get on my computer and play a video game, which there was no way he wanted to do that yesterday. So I don't know, kind of getting back to himself. Still a little feverish, but appreciate the well wishes. He should be on the up and up from here. The Lover's card reversed. How funny. There's definitely a lot going on with people in relationships right now. Like, there's just, like, things are really working or they're really not, and we have to be, willing to see the truth of the matter. If things are, not going forward or not going into a future, it's okay to have, direct conversation about certain things in life. I think that that's important when we're dealing with others. Direct communication, can be the way to really, connect energy and like-mindedness, and even if there's differences, it can be a way to get things into balance, into order, and get things moving in the right direction. And the Nine of Cups, which we got upright the other day, but it's reversed today. Hey, it's a square day between the moon and the sun, so, I think emotions, we could be searching for that value, searching for that, like, really feel good comfort, really emotional confidence and authority within ourselves. And it could just feel like we're, the only way to find that is almost by, like, not paying as much attention to our emotions, but paying attention to what feeds our soul, to what really makes us feel good. And maybe it's more about a feeling than a emoting, if you will, that we want to focus on. And I'll pull one more for fun. The Queen of Coins in reverse. So yeah, there's just a big disconnection of our values. I don't think we're feeling, it's not like a super confident day, and that can maybe trigger some people into, getting a little rowdy. But we got to get through today. There's a lot to look forward to. We got a Taurus new moon coming. It's going to be with Uranus, but that's okay. Close to Uranus. Yeah, got to muster up the the courage and the confidence to have certain conversations. I think that that's the ticket today, is to really be upfront with how we're feeling and to not be so disconnected from our feeling that we're not, being able to express that individual truth that we have. If we're able to do that, I think we're able to really forge a lot. And maybe these are conversations with ourselves again, or people, likely people in our lives. And, big conversations can come up today that can really be a catalyst for where things are going. And they could be good conversations, they could be anywhere on the spectrum, but communication will be, I think, a big positive in everything moving forward. So we don't want to keep things hidden below the surface or let things get to a boiling point. Let's express. Appreciate you all. Love you. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.